Indexing allows us to pinpoint a single element either from the start or the end of the list using negative index, either from the start or the end using negative indexes or indices. Slicing lets us extract sublists, step through elements, or even reverse an entire list with concise syntax. Let's move over to the next slide. Visual Studio Code. So slicing list.py. So let's run this Python. So get this answer. So print numbers 1 to 4. Here you get 20, 30, 40. The reason being, it starts from index 1, that is 20, second element, and goes to index 4, excluding index 4, that is the last element. So 20, 30, 40, because it excludes this element. And then number 1, colon, nothing. Okay. So no stop, no step. Okay. So it becomes 20, 30, 40, 50. And then there is no start, and it stops at index 3, but excludes index 3, that is 40. So 10, 20, 30. And this is 10, 30, 50 because there is no start index, there is no stop index, only step. So starts at 10, then 30, then 50, which is the last element. And this is reversing the list. So 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Okay. So you've seen slicing the lists. Now next will be a C# workaround for slicing. There are no direct slicing syntax like Python's list. You can still achieve similar results in two ways. One is the LINQ approach. So var numbers new list of integer, that is a new list, and equivalent to numbers 1 to 4 is var slice 1 numbers dot skip 1 dot take 3 to list. So equivalent to colon 2, here it is var slice 2 numbers dot where num idx, where idx percentage division, percentage 2, there is no remainder, so it's fully divisible by 2 dot to list. So 10, 30, 50. Now let's see these examples in our Visual Studio Code. So this is that example. Let's run it first with .NET script. So 20, 30, 40, and then 10, 30, 50. So how does it come? So here in this example, from this list of numbers, it skips 1 and then takes 3. So skips 1 means the first element is skipped. So it becomes 20. It starts from 20 and then take 3. Take 3 means 3 elements for the 20, 30, 40. And then console.writeLine, these elements are joined by string.join function. And then slice to numbers.where. These are two parameters to this anonymous function, where with the condition that idx index percentage 2 is fully divisible by 2 dot to list, and then string.join. So how does it work? 10, it starts from 10 because there is no other condition. Okay, so it starts from 10 and then 30 and then 50. So index is actually jumping by 2. So 10, 30, 50. Now next will be C#. In C# 8 and plus, now we are in C# 13, range and index syntax were introduced. Ranges and index for arrays and span, they look now similar to, well, very similar to Python. So equivalent to numbers 1 to 4 in Python, we have got var slice numbers 1 dot 4, which is the same as this one, 1 colon 4. And equivalent to number colon 3 is numbers dot 3. And equivalent to number 1, numbers 1 dot. They do the same thing. However, for reverse, it requires manual handling, array.reverse or LINQ. So the key difference is Python supports steps and reverse slicing natively here. All right. Now let's see this example also on Visual Studio Code. So this is that example which I have just described in range and indices. So let's run this example .NET script again. So as we expected, 10, this first one will be 20, 30, 40, second will be 10, 20, 30. And I'm not going to explain because I have already explained the same thing in Python. It will be just a repetition, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay. Thank you for attending this lecture. So let's see what's up. Now we'll run through each of these examples in due course in Visual Studio Code. So when I run in code, the same code snippet that I just discussed in slideshow, I'll get this expected answer 10, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Okay, and then let's run the C# equivalent. So I run this code in the C# as a .NET script, basic comprehension.cs, and in a for each loop, I write all the number one by one in a new line. So you get this requisite or expected answer 20, 40, 60, and 100. Now let's see conditional list comprehension, which is also filtering. So it is equivalent to where clause in LINQ. So Python example greater than 30. N for n in numbers, if n greater than 30, it's a filtering example. So the condition is if write all the numbers in the numbers list which are greater than 30 and print greater than 30, which will be 40 and 50. And then it's C# equivalent var greater than 30 numbers dot where n goes to n greater than 30, any number greater than 30 to list. Write it as a list. We'll run through this example. So this is the example of conditional comprehension, the Python file. Let's run this. So you get the expected answer 40 and 50, which are greater than 30. Now let's run the conditional comprehension.c# script. Okay. So numbers is again a new list of integer, the same element that the Python list comprises of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and greater than 30 will be assigned from the numbers where anything greater than 30 will be listed. So let's run this example also. So this time we have used string.join method, and when we run this example in C#, you'll get the answer 40 and 50. Okay. So the numbers greater than 30 are 40 and greater than 30 are 40 and 50. So what is the next slide? Next slide is about filtering and transformation in one line. So Python example is this square filtered. Again, we are using numbers with the same list of 5 elements. So n to the power 2 for n in numbers if n greater than 30. So print of square filtered 1600, 2500. So how it comes? Because anything greater than 30 are 40 and 50. The 40 square is 1600 and 50 squared is 2500. And C# equivalent is var square filtered. Numbers, again assuming the numbers is the list, which we'll see. So list of integers having the same elements 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 dot where clause we are right. And we'll get the answer. Visual Studio Code. So this is our familiar Python script numbers, the one that I have just run through in slideshow. And then let's run this. I got the expected answer 1600 and 2500, and filter transform dot C# file also I have created. So squared numbers greater than 30 are string.join. So here, if I run this example, so on running this
here
example,
the where part is for filtering. It decides which elements to stay and select part
numbers
is
greater than 30 are
from n to it is squaring n and then listing it.
Yes, because I haven't written the number 40 over, so just 50. So anything greater than 30 is 50. 50 square is 2500. So square of 50 is 2500. So in the end, let's see the summary of what we have learned today. So Python versus C# summary. So creation nums 1 2, here C# equivalent var nums new list int 1 2, indexing nums 0, here also nums 0, slicing nums 1 to 4, and here it is nums dot skip 1 dot take 3. And there is another way we have done it in from C# 8 onwards. So that also is behind us, which is very similar in Python slicing. It is just like, you know, nums 1 dot dot 4, and reversing is this one, negative index. But for C# equivalent, we don't have anything to reverse it quickly. So we have to either call nums dot reverse or nums dot as enumerable dot reverse dot to list. Our iteration is for x in numbers, and for each var x in numbers. And iteration with index is for index value in enumerate num, and for C# it is written as int I equals 0, I less than nums dot count, count of numbers, I plus plus, and modification is the same, similar way, num 0 equals 100, num 0 equals 100. LINQ style projection, x into 2 for x in nums, and then nums dot select in C#, x goes to x into 2 dot to list. All right.